YouTube. Oh, no, we ain't trying to zoom in. Hold on, let me zoom back out. Okay, there we go. Welcome back to another day in the life with your man's Dante. Like the video right now. Before we even get started, you gotta show me some love. Liking the video will help the video get seen by more people. It's a tremendous support. If you are new here, please subscribe to the channel right now. If you don't know who I am, subscribe. I promise you will love my content. You will love me as a person. You will not regret it. Subscribe to the channel right now. For the people who's been watching me, y'all know where to love that, man. Welcome back to another day. Hey, let's get straight into it, man. 9 more days before I officially move out of my low-income apartment for the first time in my life. Now, I want to have a heart-to-heart with y'all today because it really feels surreal right now. Right? It almost just don't even feel real that this is actually happening because, man, my circumstances over the last 5 years has not been what I wanted them to be, right? And there's so many times where I felt so stuck in my life and I felt like I wasn't going to accomplish nothing or that I was never going to actually get to where I want to go in my life. So the fact that I'm making these big moves now, it's a complete blessing to my life. And I'm grateful for the viewers, you as a person, for watching me. Whether you've been watching me for a long time or if you just discovered my channel, you are helping change my life, me and my family's life day by day simply by watching and supporting the video. So I have to thank y'all because none of my accomplishment on this channel is possible without you watching. So thank you. But I also want to talk about just where I'm at in my life as a man and how much of an accomplishments or how many accomplishments I made as a man. Right now, this is where I'm about to tell you a little bit about me. If you don't know, even for the people who know who I am a little bit, man, just still gonna touch home a little bit, man. Like, I was at rock bottom in my life last year, right? I'm talking about I had no money in my accounts. I wasn't making much money on my YouTube channel at all. I'm talking about I was still at like around maybe $150 to $200 a month. This is like last year, right? The beginning of last year. And I was, of course, still in my low income apartment and I couldn't hold a job if my life depended on it. So I was at rock bottom, man. At this time, I was like strongly dependent on government assistance, food stamps, cash assistance, everything of that nature, right? And I'm telling you this because I just want you to understand like why my story here is significant, man. Like, there's literally nobody else like who's been as open and honest about the real struggles I actually went through in my life. And it takes a lot of courage for somebody to put that out on the internet for people to see, right? Hold on, before we get more into that, let me take a little sip of this real quick before it starts to get too melted. I went to Starbucks, and I don't normally go to Starbucks, but I just had a taste for some type of cold drink, and so I got this mocha, what's this called? A mocha cookie crumble frappuccino. So I'm about to taste this real quick before we get more into this. I was just craving this morning. I don't know why. I typically don't even drink Starbucks too often. Hold on, let me take a sip real quick. We're about to get right back into the video. Like this video right now if you haven't. I don't know why you ain't like the video. If you didn't like the video, man, come on, you gotta show me some love, please. Hey, please. It supports the channel a lot. Hold on. Damn, boy, it tastes like I just drunk some chocolate milk out there. It's a little bit too liquidy. It's good though. It tastes like chocolate milk. Chocolate milk with cookies in it. I say 5 out of 10. Get that 5 out of 10. Okay, so just as early as last year, man, I was dependent on government assistance very, very heavy. Excuse me, I'm trying to remember where I left off at, but I'm gonna just start there, pick up back off from there. And I want you to understand something real quick, man. Like, if you don't know, I have a 5-year-old son. His name is Leo, right? And up until about, I say, the beginning of this year, I've had a very hard time, just maintaining a solid source of income, right? And to be so dependent heavily on government assistance because of my inability to hold a stable job was very, very embarrassing. But I showed that on my channel because I wanted people to know, like, you know, I was always trying, right? I was always trying. And I don't know what it was about the 9 to 5 thing, man, but I've never been able to hold a job ever. Like, this goes back to when I got my very first real job at McDonald's in like 2015. Come on, camera, you focusing on everything but me. Thank you. We locked in. Okay, so 2015 I got my first job at McDonald's, and I quit there after 2 weeks. And after that, I've worked hundreds of jobs in my life. That's very embarrassing to say, but it's like, you wouldn't even believe me if I told you how many jobs I actually worked. It's an insane amount of numbers. And I'm starting to realize that it's more so a mental thing rather than me just being lazy. I don't ever consider myself lazy because I was just always trying to chase money in other ways. That's what I'm talking about. My brother opened the door for the lady. You know, chivalry is not common nowadays. I open the door for my wife every day. You know, come on, fellas out there, you gotta open the door for your woman, man. For your mom, you know, whoever. Any woman that's significant in your life, open that door for them, right? Type. Just want to say that. But what a lot of people don't know, and just hang in there with me, man. Listen to me. I'm about to tell y'all some stuff because I want y'all to really get to understand me, and so y'all can have a better, right, a deeper connection with me when you watch my content. So if you really know me, it'll make the content so much better. Cause I know a lot of people, you probably just came across me, or you watch me occasionally, or you may watch me often but not every day, right? If you understand me and who I am and how I think, everything on my channel will start to make sense. And I feel like a lot of people who come across content creators don't really go back and actually watch the journey. You just watch the newer uploads. But it's very important to really understand the content creator, especially somebody like me who's put all of my life out there, so you can understand like who I am, why I make the decisions I make. And it really can change how you see me if you just watch me occasionally. If you watch me every day, everything will make sense. You will understand everything about me. So just subscribe right now, like the videos, and please just watch every single day. And I promise you, my life is a real life movie, man. It's real life on some Pursuit of Happiness type time, which is my favorite movie, by the way. I love the Pursuit of Happiness. But yeah, so my inability to hold a job started when I was a teenager, because a lot of people don't know I used to be a dancer, right? That's when my whole journey of getting into the entertainment thing started. I was like 10 years old. One of my older sisters on my dad's side was watching a Michael Jackson video. No, it was actually the Free Willy movie. And at the beginning of the Free Willy movie, it had the Michael Jackson song, Will You Be There? And it had him performing a song at the beginning of the movie, right? It was like a song dedicated to the movie. And when I first saw that video, I fell in love with not only the video, but I fell in love with Michael Jackson, bro. I became a huge fan that day, and I started dancing like him, and that started a whole different, like, that changed my entire life. From that one day I watched that one video of Michael Jackson, and the next 8 years after that, I pursued dance. Right? I wanted to be a dancer. I wanted to be an actor. I wanted to be a singer. I wanted to be a model. I wanted to be all of the above. And a lot of people who just now coming across my channel, a lot of y'all don't know that about me, and don't even know like that is what ultimately led me to doing YouTube. So 8 years of pursuing dance. I've never really had any real opportunities, but I've managed to get a lot of attention. I've never been able to grow a real following on any of my social medias, but you know, a lot of people knew what I did, right? I made a little bit of a name for myself, especially in the city that I lived in at the time, Pontiac, Michigan, where I was born and raised. A lot of people knew me for dance. I would get paid to dance at parties here and there. You know, I did a few talent shows. I went in an audition for America Got Talent one year. I think it was like 2014, 2015. I auditioned for America's Got Talent in Chicago, but I didn't make it through. But I feel like the most money I ever made dancing was when I won this talent show at this high school in Pontiac one year, and I was a solo act. I went out there and I did a Michael Jackson performance, and I won $1,000. But other than that, I've never been paid any more than that for dancing ever. So once my son was born, that's when I really started looking for other avenues and how I could make money. And I was just searching on YouTube, looking for ways to make money while I could still entertain, right? I knew dancing wasn't doing it for me. I'm like, I spent 8 years dancing, pursuing dance. Nothing ever happened for me. So I'm like, I got to figure out something else. And when I was looking on YouTube to figure out what else I could pursue, the idea of, starting a YouTube channel came about from a conversation I had with my son's mom back then, right? Because she told me she wanted to start a YouTube channel. And it gave me the idea to start one. So that's where the whole idea of YouTube came about. But it was never something I've always wanted to do. It was just an idea, and I got into it to try to make some extra money, because over the 8 years of me pursuing dance, I fell in love with entertaining. I always felt like I had a bigger purpose in life. So whenever I would work a job, I would always quit and just go and continue pursuing dance, right? So 8 years of my life, no, I say almost 10 years. I ain't gonna lie, almost 10 years pursuing dance, and it has never got me nowhere. So I had to change it up, and I was very passionate about dance. I did it when I wasn't even making no money. 10 years of my life, right? So I had to figure out something else, because I'm like, I got a kid on the way. I'm sitting here pursuing dance, making all these dance videos, I was posting my dance videos on Facebook, TikTok, Instagram, Twitter, every social media you can name. I was even posting my videos on up and coming apps that people don't even know about. Like, it was an app called Lasso that was like an upcoming TikTok type of app. It was a bunch of other apps too that I used, but I've never managed to get a following. And I did have a YouTube channel back in 2015 where I used to post all my dance videos, but I never made any money off of those because all of the songs were copyrighted. So I ended up deleting that channel, because I'm like, well, it's pointless to have these videos up if I could never get paid for them, right? And this was before I didn't delete that channel until I started YouTube on this channel, right? When I started to learn about YouTube and started to learn how I could make money and things like that. When I realized everything about YouTube, I went to my older channel and I looked at it, and I'm like, damn, none of these videos can be monetized. So I ended up deleting that channel. But I did have a channel with all my dance videos on there. But some of my dance videos are actually on my Facebook. You would just have to scroll all the way back to like 2018, 19, 2020. My Facebook is Dante London, by the way, if y'all want to check out my content on there. I post content on there from time to time. But that's my only other social media. But anyways, I got into YouTube because I was looking for another way where I could still entertain and make money. So it was just the idea, and I didn't know. It almost didn't happen, right? I almost didn't continue doing this because when I first started, I didn't get no views, of course. It took me like 6 months to get, 500 subscribers or something like that. I didn't reach my first 1,000 until the next year, right? And then 3 months after I reached 1,000, I had reached my 4,000 watch hours to get monetized. But I managed to grow when I started doing pranks, right? I never wanted to do pranks when I started doing YouTube, but I started off like just trying to post videos about my life, and I realized I wouldn't get no views when I first started. So I'm like, you know what, I gotta do something else. So I just started doing pranks, and the pranks helped my channel out a lot earlier on. That's what helped me reach the requirements to get monetized. A lot of people don't know that, but the journey here it's a miracle that I'm still here doing YouTube to this day, because it's like everything that I went through in my life over the years, and I still stay consistent with YouTube. It's a miracle, because it almost didn't happen, right? There was so many things I went through in my life, and YouTube should have been the last thing I should have been worried about. But that shows when I believe in something, I stay committed towards it. Just like dance, I believed in dance, I stayed committed to it. But one thing that I didn't know was how to market myself. I didn't understand the power of social media, like I do now, right? I didn't understand how to get my videos seen. I didn't understand how to, that aspect of it, right? I was just randomly posting dance videos thinking that was gonna make me famous and make me a lot of money. It didn't work like that. It wasn't until, I really started understanding YouTube and understanding social media, and when I realized that, I could make some money making videos about my life. And I just never went back to dance because I'm like, I'm a grown man now. Like, I don't want to be out here dancing for a living, so it's just the passion left once I started doing YouTube consistently. And this just became something that I wanted to do because I realized I was good at it, right? I didn't know I had a personality until I started doing YouTube. But I went through a lot in my life, man. 5 years, 6 years, no, 5 years in low income. So when I first moved out my mom's crib, I moved to my first low income apartment. So I was there, and all the way up until now, I've been in low income because I could never hold a job. I was pursuing YouTube this whole time, and that's why I want you to understand like how crazy it is I stayed consistent on this channel through all those years of me not being able to hold a job, me being broke, me being at rock bottom in life for year after year after year, and I still stayed consistent on YouTube because this was like my only hope, right? I'm like, well, I'm not dancing no more. That didn't work out for me. I felt like I wasted 10 years of my life dancing, and now I'm like, damn, now I'm putting all this time into YouTube and it ain't working for me. And it's just like, I ain't, and it was just like, well, I don't want to give up on this because I see that it has changed other people's lives. That's why I stayed consistent, because I was studying like what it was doing for other creators, and I saw like other creators even from the city that I'm from that blew up on YouTube, and I'm like, well, if they can do it, I can do it. It just didn't happen as fast as I thought it would, right? And it takes a lot, but if I knew what I know now back then, I could have grew my channel a lot faster. But that's just what comes with when you pursue something like this. Dang, my camera had overheated. I think we good now. What was I saying? That's just what comes with doing something like YouTube. Like, sometimes you just got to put in the time and the years to really get the experience to really grow on YouTube, right? And this is why I make videos from time to time, giving y'all advice on how to grow a YouTube channel, right? If you are into thinking about doing YouTube, like I've been giving y'all advice from my own experience, which literally helped change my life. You know what I'm saying? So it's really good advice that I'll be giving y'all, man. And it's like, the reason I do it is because not only does it help me get more views when I talk about the YouTube stuff and help people, but I also do it because I don't want people to struggle like I did, bro. I went through a lot of hard times on this channel. So when I give genuine advice from my own experience on what video titles and what actually worked for my channel and what helped my channel grow, that's real stuff, bro. And I'm telling y'all for free, So I think I'm doing a really good thing by helping people for free. Even though I'm still, getting views from it, but I still don't have to do it. So, I got a lot of videos helping people from my own experience, which a lot of people don't do. A lot of people always try to charge people for stuff like that, but I ain't got to. The views is enough for me. So, eventually YouTube, started picking up for me over the last 6 months. I say towards the middle of this year. Towards the middle of last year, I started to pick up a little bit of momentum, and then over the last 5-6 months, I saw a lot of growth because I started just experimenting with different content. Teaching people how to do YouTube. That helped my channel a lot. And YouTube was just pushing out those videos in the algorithm, and there was a bunch of other videos I did that YouTube just started pushing out because I just started experimenting with new stuff. So anyways, the point is, I'm in a position now to be able to make this move out of low income for the first time, and I'm very, very excited, man. Like, I felt like I was never gonna be able to move out. I never felt comfortable moving out because I never felt like I could maintain living in market rate. And it's kind of sad to say, it's like I'm a grown man, bro. I'm 28 years old now, about to be 30 years old. Like, I hate that it took me this long to get my life together, or to, at least start making progress to get my life together. And I blamed it on, just not being able to hold a job, man. But, that's why I work so hard on YouTube, because I'm like, bruh, I can't hold a job. My life depending on it. So this has to work out for me, man. I have to get this. But you know how scary it is, like hoping and wishing that this will become full time, and how heavy I was depending on it. It was just like, bruh, it's like this has to work out, or I'm gonna just be job to job to job for the rest of my life, bruh. Like, I don't know. I'm just one of those people that has to, like, I have strong work ethic when I'm making my own money, when I'm working for myself. I'm a very creative guy. I like to be able to be free, move around when I want to, do what I want to. And so that's why YouTube is so good for somebody like me, right? Because it's like I have the personality and, the way, like, I can keep people engaged with me, and I feel like I got the experience over the last 6 years will help me become better. But I think even when I first started, I was pretty good at it. So I'm just a creative person. And so it's just like when you have a hard time like that, I felt like the smartest thing I probably did was stay consistent on YouTube. But I believed in it. And even when ain't nobody else believe in it, right? When I wouldn't get no views, I wasn't making no money, I still believe that it will happen. So a little advice for you, man. You gotta stay consistent at anything in life, right? And honestly, I feel like if I would have kept dancing, I would have eventually learned something. I would have probably eventually made something out of dance, but it took almost 10 long years, right? I keep saying 8 years because that's how long I actually stayed consistent, but it was actually 10 years. When I stopped doing dance completely, it was like at year 10, right? I was like 22 years old or something like that. But yeah, man, I don't know, bro. Life is crazy, bro, and it's hard to really, really figure out life. Most people my age ain't got life figured out, but a lot of people do. Right, but a lot of people that do got life figured out at my age are successful at something, right? Whether it's entrepreneur, owning a business of some kind, or they big on social media, right? And so, it was just a scary feeling not knowing what my future was gonna consist of, and just solely depending on social media and content creation. It was tough, bro. And so just even right now, bro, I still just don't believe like how this is actually happening, bro. Well, I know how it's happening because I stay consistent and but it's just like that. The fact that it's actually happening is just, bro. I really began so emotional, bro. I ain't gonna lie to you. I get so emotional when I think about this, man. Just every day I wake up, I'm like, bro, I'm really moving, bro. Never thought I was gonna move out low income no time soon, bro. But I'm like, YouTube has helped me with that. I'm driving a pickup truck because YouTube helped me with that. People watch me, views, That's great, bro. That's amazing. It's just so, everything that led me to this point is just like, it's crazy, bro. Like risk, sacrifice, uncertainty, judgment, fear, all of that goes into becoming successful at anything, bro. It's like nothing comes easy in life, bro. It don't matter if you get handouts, shout outs, if you got it easy, man, you still gotta work if you want any type of, anything going for yourself in life, bro. Like, life is hard for real. Life is unpredictable. Life is uncertain, bro. And it's just, I don't know, life can be scary sometimes. But, I always believed ever since I was a kid, after I watched that first Michael Jackson video, I realized that I was going to be something. I was going to make something of my life. I didn't know that it would be YouTube, but it is. And I'm grateful for it. I'm grateful that I'm able to make all these things happen in my life because I believed in myself. Even when I didn't believe in myself, I still had belief in what I was doing. And ultimately, it led me to today. I'm grateful, man. So I just want y'all to understand that about me, man, and understand what actually led me to this point. And I had my dad in my life, raised by a single mom. So, I had to really teach myself to be a man a lot. But it's okay, I did what I had to do to get to where I'm at now, and I will continue to do what I have to do to be able to provide for my family, for my son, my wife. So yeah, just a little backstory, man, just so y'all can understand me on a little deeper level, and just go watch some of the older videos too, man, to really see the journey. When you got some free time, just go watch it, man. Subscribe to the channel right now, man. Like this video so you don't miss my next videos, man. It's gonna be a crazy journey. Don't know what the future gonna hold, but I got very hopeful, man. I see a bright future, man. I got so much belief in my future, and I'm excited, man. And I'm gonna just continue to believe like I've been believing. I just have to do everything I can to keep elevating in my life, learning, becoming better. And as I keep doing that, keep staying consistent, nothing will, I don't have to go back to how my life was, I'm grateful for real life. So thank y'all for watching, man. I'll see you in the next vlog, man. Make sure you be here. You're not going to miss it. You gotta watch. You gotta be here to see what's gonna happen next, man. Every day is a new journey. Every day is new content. It's gonna be great. It's gonna be exciting. So I hope this video gave you a deeper understanding about me a little bit, man. So you can enjoy the content more moving forward. So we're gonna do this life thing together, man. And I'm happy I can show my journey. So it's cool. Tight. I see you in the next one. Watch this video right here. Make sure you're here for the next one. Tight.